Wasn't too happy with the first half. I thought it was very obvious that I just wasn't satisfied with our approach, our aggressive or lack thereof of aggressiveness. But I thought that we did some good things that we could exploit if we got locked in. And so obviously in halftime, we demonstratively expressed what we needed to do to get ourselves ready for the second half. And I thought our guys did a great job of responding. And obviously Danny Barnes had one of the best performances on the pavilion floor in some time.
When you say you were unhappy with the aggressiveness, on the offensive end? Or
yeah, just mostly offensively, but then on the rebounding, and that's going to be something that we got to continue to address is our, lack of focus sometimes at blocking out, creating some space inside and pursuing the basketball, when we do a good job of guarding people, which we've shown we can do. But then it gets to the point where, we start to, let people get inside of us and get their hands on balls, and we're not coming up with clean rebounds, and that's an issue. And that's what happened down the stretch where they got too many possessions late. I believe Riley got the offensive rebound, the putback and dunk, and, that gave them a little momentum and was able to, shut down that lead instead of allowing us to expand the lead before the end of the half. So just wasn't happy with that approach.
Obviously the offense is going to be up and down, but you're pretty still pleased with the defensive consistency.
Yeah, no question, Seth. Our guys are really locked in defensively, and when we give them a scouting report and we give them, personnel tendencies, what these guys do, style of play, they really grasp things. They do a great job of asking the assistant coach that has the scout engaging questions and trying to find out deeper things. And that's when you got a team that's locked in, when they're asking questions and trying to figure out ways that they can exploit some weaknesses.
Dan, what kind of defense?
Coach tells us seniors have to step up and lead and make plays. And my teammates found me, and I was capable of knocking down the shots.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about the defensive effort, not just today, but the whole season.
That's our identity. We try our best to defend night in, night out. We work on it day in and day out in practice, and we try to execute it on the floor. And that's what we've been doing. And we held Eastern at 33% for the game, and that's what we have to do every game.
Do you guys look at the defensive team stats at all? Points per game, field goal percentage. Is that something you take pride in?
During our scouts, our coaches tell us, how many points they score a game and how much their opponents score, but we don't put too much emphasis on it. We just guard the best way we can.
Howard, coming up on players, are you comfortable dealing with 6 or 7 guys?
No, I'd really like to get some guys going. It was good today to just kind of get a gauge and see, who's going to be that 9th and 10th guy that we can go to. And, we're still looking. But I'll be honest, the way that, the first 5 have been defending and playing as a unit, it's difficult to keep them off the floor. I'm just trying to get them some breathers here and there. It was good to get Gary down to, 32 minutes instead of 35, 36, 37 minutes. Danny around 30, he can handle 32, 33 minutes. But the majority of the time, I like to get, Gary out of there early. Get Danny a breather because he's chasing shooters. Mark Brown, when he's in there, banging and rebounding and playing that tough defense. If I can give those guys some breathers more here and there, that'd be nice. But we still got work to do in this preseason. We're going to Western Illinois, and my mentor and, the guy that helped me get in this profession, Jim Molinari, who I have a ton of respect for, he's got 10 days to prepare for us. And, we're going to have the dogfight down in Macomb. Regardless of what we've done and who we've played, we will be in a war in Macomb. So that is not going to be an easy game.
Are you looking for Amon to kind of fill that Harris energy role of last season?
Well, Paris haven't. Well, okay. Fells.
Different players.
I know what you're saying. I'm looking for that high motor guy, and I think Fells and Seth. I know what the path you're taking. He's got the potential to be that high motor, that energy guy off the bench, kind of in the mode of Joey Miller, but in a forward spot. Absolutely, I'm looking for that. but he's still learning. And let's be honest, last year he didn't get a lot of reps. It was difficult to get him on the floor. Mark Brown's making it difficult this year to get him on the floor as much as I would like. But he's coming every day in practice. And I tell these guys all the time, you never know when your opportunity is going to come. Just be prepared when your name is called. And so today he got out there and he made a couple mental mistakes. But, hey, we don't give up on our kids. We keep coaching them, we keep teaching them, and keep putting him in positions where he's going to be ready to step up when the time comes.
Danny, you were once at Eastern Michigan, 4 or 5 years ago. Obviously, different coaching staffs and all. But is there any sense of like, okay, I could have been on the other side?
Hold on, Mike. Let me take that one. Okay. To be honest, in all fairness, a year ago, Danny went to Eastern, and I think he had a different approach. I think he had a tough game, but his mentality was a little bit, not ready for that type of situation yet. The maturation of Daniel Barnes today shows in the stats today. The fact that going into this game, it wasn't about him. It was about this team. And he was more locked in to defending a heck of a player in Derek Thompson and making sure that was taken care of first before he even thought about offense. So I think his approach going into this game was much better than a year ago, and that's why he had the results that he did. So now, Danny, you can answer the question.
Well, he said what I was going to say. That was exactly what I was going to say. We're just out here just trying to have fun. That's all it was.
Yeah, do you think your defense kind of sets you up for the offense? You kind of get into the game that way?
Yeah, like the defensive end, I take pride in that. I can honestly say a few years ago I really didn't. But that's the process of being mature, and maturing my game. And when the offense isn't going, my defense has to stay consistent. And he stays on me day in, day out about defending. And I have to chase guys, I have to be physical, and that's what I had to do.
Thank you.
All right, thanks. All right, guys.